Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we're going to make a set of hair sticks using our Badlands SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit. I'm going to add in a couple of flowers as well. So let's turn down and I'll show you what we're going to do. So I've got a set of hair sticks. These are bronze, even though most of the stuff in our kit is copper. I don't have copper ones, so we're going to use some bronze ones. We have our copper metallic SoftFlex in the medium size, and we've got our crimp tubes. So I've added these flowers to the kit, and what we're going to do is we're going to, well, one and the other, we'll take some of the extra pieces and put over here. And one of these, actually two of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of these star spacers. So this is what we'll need for one. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this one's going to be in the middle. Then we're going to put these big fat spacers in between our golden cubes, 2 of those. Then we'll put a daisy spacer, this turquoisey colored cube, another daisy spacer, and the rondelle. That's going to go on both ways. And that's what it's going to look like. Now, since I didn't get any charms out, we're just going to take this little howlite and twist it around. It'll be our bottom piece. So if we wanted to, we could turn this into this little guy into a charm by simply winding him up. And if we do that, we might want to add something else, like possibly this little crystal, which is from our California Dreaming Kit. So let's see if I can find another one of those easily. I should be able to, because that would be cute as a little charm at the bottom. We do like it to have a little movement, so let's find us another crystal, and we will. This is the crystal pack from California Dreaming, and I do believe this is where I got that white crystal from. Well, I thought it was, but I'm not seeing any more white crystals. Maybe I got it out of, oops. Well, that wasn't meant to happen, but it did, so. I'm going to have to find that other little though rather than the white, if we want, nah, I like the white one better. So I'm going to find which kit those were in. I know they were in from another crystal pack, obviously. So we will just have to find that. Okay, I found some of the white, so we're going to get a couple of copper head pins out here. Here's a couple. They're a little bent, but we can make them work, because all they are is going to be a short dangle anyway. So we're going to get these straightened to a degree, and we'll feed on our and I need a copper spacer. Just a moment. So I got a couple of tiny antique copper spacers. We'll put this guy on here, and then here, and then we're going to wrap this up, and this then becomes our dangle at the bottom of our hair stick. Now, I was just going to wrap this without a dangle, but then I like a dangle, so we're going to use a dangle. And all we got to do is just wrap this up like you would anything else, and it's going to become our dangle. So we'll cut this baby loose and tuck it in. And we could do the second one right now, or we can just wait, dangle, or it can just wait till we get to that point. So here's our dangle, and here is our crimp tubes. We'll need 4, one for the bottom, one for the top of each one. So 4 crimp tubes. Come on, babies, that's 5. We don't need 5. Anyway, sure hope we don't need 5. If we need 5, that means something broke. So then we get a little bit of wire out here. Now, I've already sort of set it up, so we know it's going to be about yay long. So we will just put our clip back on here. Come on, baby. And cut this. You know, I had somebody say, I think their spools are a little smaller these days. They're still 10 feet. But are they smaller? Let's see. No, they're the same size. So. Might just look a little different because this is a metallic instead of a... So anyway, we put our crimp tube on this side, then we'll hang our dangle and close this baby up. So slide our crimp tube down over both lines. Keeping them relatively straight here. And then we have to decide how large we want our loop to be. That looks good. So we'll get our magical crimpers. We'll put that crimp tube right in the middle of our divot. And we turn and keep turning and squishing until it won't squish down anymore. There, I just checked it. It's fine. It's not going anywhere. So then we'll go up the line here with this bead. Come on, go over both lines. And then we'll just continue up this line. Now this one, I want the point to go towards the flower on both sides, so we're going to put it on like so. Then we have this big spacer and our flower. I love these flowers, aren't they pretty? Now, the flowers come in all different colors. I like this color and the pink with purple best, but, you know, everybody has their own preferences, obviously. Or we wouldn't need more than one color. Here we have our last bead. And then we'll go through here again. Now, you could put it directly on your stick. I'm not going to. I'm going to go back through my loop here. And then through my bead. Bring her down here. Where you at? Come on, baby. There it is. Just came through our spacer. So we'll get hold of it and pull her down. Then we'll want to push these down because our obviously is way up there. Come on, baby, go down. And we're going to want to work this so that we get our crimp tube down into place further, because we've got that gap here. If we don't get the crimp tube down here, we're not going to get it out, the gap. So now we've got it about where we want it. I'm going to push the beads down some, and I'm going to put my crimp plier on that tube and squish. Then we're going to turn and squish again. I don't think it's quite in the middle, so I'm going to take hold of it and pull it up some. There we go. That was better. And then again, I will do it again, pull it up so that it's in the middle of my crimp. And let's see if it's tight. Feels like it is, so we'll cut this extra off here. Now inevitably we'll have a little bit of space up at the top, and that's fine. So this would also make a really pretty bookmark length. It's actually a little long for a hair stick, but it works still. If I had not put this on, it would have been a better length though. But I like the dangle, so it will keep it. So now we need to get a couple of jump rings, and we'll hook this baby onto here, and then we'll make the second one. So I have some medium-sized copper jump rings, so we'll get a couple of those out. One for each of our sticks. And we'll open this baby up. Just put our loop into our jump ring, and then our loop on our stick, and close this baby up. Now, as I said, this is a little longer than I normally make them, because see, it's almost to the bottom of this stick, but it's still pretty and I still like it, so we're going to just leave it like that. And we're going to go on to making our second one. So to make the second one, we get this little white bead. Come here, you little white rondelle. Our spacer and our little blue bead, and we'll wrap that up. Now, I don't frequently wrap with my fingers, but this one's working pretty good, so I'm going to just let it go. We'll cut this baby off and tuck her in. There we go. So now that we have our little dangle made, we'll get some line out. That should be more than enough. And we will string this baby up, just like we did the other one. So we'll start by putting our crimp tube on, bing, and our dangle. Now, normally I would just put a charm or something here, but I didn't have one in the kit. I didn't have one that I really thought worked with it to me. So I just made this little dangle instead, and I think it works quite nicely. So we're gonna get our crimping pliers, and we'll put that little crimp right in the divot. Squish, turn, squish, turn, and squish. So there we go. So now that's on there, so we're just going to string her up. So now, like I say, this one is a bit longer than I normally would make a hair stick as far as the line is concerned, but it's not bad. It'll work. So now we want these so that the point is towards the flower on both of them. So this one, the point goes up, and the other one, the point goes down. It came out of that line there. Let's get that back in place. Put the flower on. Spacer. Now this one, the point will go downwards so that the point is towards the flower. Now we get our other crimp. Go down and through. Pull her in. Now I'm going to want to bring these down so that they're all the way down here. Then I'm going to pull it down again. And then I'm going to push it down and push my crimp down again so it's tighter, and pull the line again so that we've got the smaller space here. Now we're going to push this bead down so we've got this little gap here between the bead and the crimp so that our crimping pliers will go in there. And crimp, turn and crimp, and turn and crimp till we have it till we're pretty satisfied that it's where we want it. Pull our line. It seems to be fine. Get in here and cut the extra line off. And I don't think I cut that all the way through. I did not. There we go. So there's our other strand. We'll open this jump ring because why I stuck it on here I'm not sure, but we'll open it up. Put our bead strand on. Come on, bead strand. And close it up. That jump ring is not quite closed, so I'm going to get in here and I'm going to squish it down a little bit so that it's closing a little better. And our sticks are done. Aren't they pretty? So now these are a little heavier than I normally make them, also because of the big beads in them, but they're still it's pretty. I like it. So there we go. There are our hair sticks. So we have our hair stick. Like I said, it will go in your hair like so. Decorates your bun. There's both of them there. I think they're really pretty. Most all of these beads and spacers and things came from the SoftFlex design kit Badlands, except for these two flowers and these two little white beads here. The flowers I ordered individually. The little white beads came out of, it was another bead pack. I can't remember what it's called, but there we go. There is our hair sticks. Aren't those pretty? And of course you'd wear them like so in your bun. So there'd be one on either side. There you are. This is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and I hope you enjoyed making these pretty hair sticks with me. I think they turned out quite nicely, even though I think that I've got them a little longer than I normally make them. But they're still nice. Bye-bye.